Hi, Don Swigger here with TV for My RV. Today we're going to take a look at taking out your standard roof vent and exhaust fan in your bathroom and replacing it with a Fan-Tastic fan. The first step will be to remove the interior trim ring from the old fan vent. Anything else left to do in here is to disconnect the power wires. You always want to make sure you disconnect the power before you do any of this kind of work. So we'll cut the two wires. The next thing we have to do is go up on the roof and remove all the sealant around the old vent and take it out of the roof. When you're cleaning up the old caulking, you want to make sure you scrape towards the hole. That way if you have a slip and you have a tear, it's not going to be out in the middle of your roof somewhere. You don't have to get it perfectly clean. You're going to be putting new stuff over it. But what you do have to do is make sure you get all the loose stuff off and gather it up and out of where you're going to be putting sealant. And then using a proper roof cleaning agent, make sure that you clean the area, remove any dirt film that might be there. The fan comes with a foam gasket. We're going to put a thin bead of sealant down here so that we get a good seal. Now you want to make sure that the hinge is to the front of the RV so that your hatch goes to the back. Fan-Tastic Fan supplies you with new fasteners that fit the mounting flange perfectly. When you do your caulking, make sure you put sealant around all the screw holes and over top of the screw holes. A little extra sealant goes a long way to making sure you don't have a leak in the future. Once we put all the rest of the fasteners in and put some sealant on it, we'll let that cure. Then we'll come back up and seal the seam up perfectly with Eternabond tape. What we've done in our motorhome is to upgrade our original Fan-Tastic fan out in the main area of the motorhome. And we upgraded that to provide bi-directional in and out and some other features that weren't on our standard basic Fan-Tastic fan. As part of our upgrade, we're going to take the control system from our old fan and install it in the bathroom with the brand new fan we put up on the roof earlier today. One thing that's good about the Fan-Tastic fans is all the systems are the same as far as mechanically fitting together. So you can take different Fan-Tastic fans with different features such as thermostat only, in, out, automatic rain sensors and all that stuff. And you can actually upgrade your fan unit without actually having to take the fan unit out of the roof. You can just change the control assembly that goes inside. One thing that's nice also about the Fan-Tastic fans is the upper unit has only two wires going to the motor, and the lower unit ends up with only two wires going to the RV. So all the other features, the temperature sensor, the in and out switch, the variable speed, is all contained in the control assembly. So it's really a simple upgrade for almost everyone to do. Okay, we've hooked the two fan leads back to the control and we've hooked our power in. So we just want to make sure that the fan runs in the correct direction, which it does. So we're ready to go ahead and mechanically button it up. Okay, now that we've got everything connected, we have to get the excess wire tucked in here so that we can put the control assembly up and over the fan. Now that we've got the control assembly fastened back up, we'll reconnect the main power connections. And once again, we'll make sure that it works. Thermostat works. And now the final step will be to tuck these excess wire up in here. Final step is to put the finished trim ring up in the window opening crank. Also notice that the Fan-Tastic fan will not run with the lid shut. There's a switch underneath the lid, so it won't run the fan with the lid shut. Once we open the lid, the thermostat's satisfied, and we have the speed control along with off. There, brand new pop and lock, perfectly clean screen installed in our conversion. We're going to go ahead and put Eternabond now around this Fan-Tastic Vent that we installed yesterday. I like to put the pieces down in the order so that when you're done, all the seams overlap to the rear. So we would start with the rear piece, the two sides, and then finally end up with the front piece on the top last. The reason we put the seams this way, or the overlaps this way, as you're driving down the road, the air pushes things back over top of the seams instead of underneath the seams. And these edges where you can't actually get the roller tight up against because of other obstructions, make sure you work on that too. You can use your fingers to activate the sealant. The pressure is very important to end up with a good seal when you're done. We finished our Fan-Tastic fan installation, and it's all sealed up with roof sealant and also Eternabond tape. Be sure to check out your Fan-Tastic fan and accessories from tvformyrv.com.